say a sausage a day keeps the doctor away. Well, how about 3 sausages? That's right, you heard that. Not 1, not 2, 3 wieners, 8 meals. And it's not just going to be 3 sausages, because 3's a crowd, let's be honest. It's going to be joined by pasta, broccoli and tomato sauce for what I call a protein party. Let's go through the ingredients. Olive oil, 2 broccolis, some mixed herbs, some hot chili powder, 2 boxes of passata, an onion, some garlic, 4 packs in total of skinny pork sausages, pasta, I'm using 2 types, penne and that one. And finally, some basil for a nice little garnish. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is cook the sausages. I'm going to put those in the oven. So we've got a tray here, which I'm going to spray some fry light onto. And get the sausages in now. In she goes. We'll get those nice and spread. Okay, so they're going to go in 190 degrees, electric, 170 for a fan, for 25 to 30 minutes until they're nice and brown. Okay, the next step is to cook the pasta. Now, there's 2 bags here, each one serves 6, so I'm going to use 2/3 each of these. I'm not measuring it, I'm just going to roughly do 2/3. Give them a nice stir. And we'll add some salt as well. You want to salt your pasta water really well. Add some nice flavour. Lovely. We're going to leave that to boil now for about 10 minutes as per the packet instructions. So what we're going to do is take advantage of the pasta boiling by steaming the broccoli. Now if you steam the broccoli, it's going to be a lot tastier and without all that sogginess you sometimes get when you boil it. So for this we're going to need a large colander. It's going to sit just on top of the pan and the steam's going to come through. So we'll get the broccoli prepped into this first of all. Now what I like to do when I'm prepping the broccoli is just cut around the florets like that. That's the easiest way to do it, one at a time, into medium-sized chunks. I don't like too much stem in there, so try and keep them roughly even sized, just so that they don't cook unevenly. So that's one broccoli done. Now for the second one. Same again, just work our way around it and get a nice even load. And that just all falls apart. Broccoli's a really good veg to have meal prepped as well. Stays nice and fresh for the full week, I find. Can't go wrong. Okay, so that's all in there. Now that's going to go over to the pan and get that steamed. So as you can see, the pasta's boiling away nicely. That's been boiling for about 5 minutes, so if you do want to steam your broccoli, you're just going to place it on top in a colander like this. This is going to make its own little steamer. You don't need an expensive steamer, this works perfectly fine. All you need to do is then cover it with some foil, like that, so the pasta and the broccoli will be cooked together. Okay, so the pasta's done, so we're going to take off the broccoli. So that pasta's now nicely cooked. 10 to 12 minutes. I like a nice firm texture, so about 10 minutes. Okay, don't forget to turn the sausages over halfway through. So they've been in for about 15 minutes now, so we're going to give them a turn. Make sure they're all cooked nice and evenly. And now back in for the last part of cooking, about another 10 minutes. Okay, it's time for the sauce. Now, there's only 2 ingredients we've got to prep for this. Just slice the onion, and then we're going to crush some garlic. So, onion first. It's going to be a thin dice for the sauce. So once you've peeled and halved your onion, just take little pieces off the end there, and then it's just a case of slitching it in half here, and then we're going to go lengthways all the way along in thin slices, and then along this way like that. And that's going to give you a nice fine dice. And then same again with this one, so lengthways, all the way along the onion, and then widthways, all the way along to get it nice and thin. Obviously it goes without saying, keep your knife sharp for something like this, it makes it so much easier. And that's it, finely diced onion ready to go into the pan for the sauce. Make sure you give your broccoli a good stir every now and again, because otherwise it will cook unevenly with this steaming method. Okay, so that broccoli's had about 15 minutes now, and it's looking nicely soft inside. All these nice and tender to the touch. So we'll get these off, and the great thing is about steaming, we're not really going to have to drain it, because it's all cooked by the beauty of the steam. Okay, the pasta and broccoli are done, so it's just time for the sauce now. In with the oil, about 2 tablespoons of that. And we're going to chuck in the onion. Okay, we'll give that a stir, give it about 5 to 6 minutes, just until it goes a bit soft. So this is a really basic sauce, so simple but so much nicer than anything out of a jar. It's going to add that nice fresh tang to all of our meals. Okay, the onions have had about 5 minutes. As you can see, they've gone slightly soft but not brown. So it's time to put the garlic in for the last couple of minutes of cooking. 4 garlic cloves in total. The easiest way to do that is just take your garlic press, put the cloves straight in. Don't need to peel it. And you've got a nice garlic straight out there. So we're going to do 4 of those. 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to fry the garlic off with the onion for the last couple of minutes now. Wowzers, that garlic smells good. Just something about garlic and onion together just really sets the nose tingling. So in with the passata. You can use chopped tomato if you want, but I prefer a smoother sauce. So it's going to be 2 500-gram boxes of passata. In with the second one. I'm just going to turn that heat up and bring it to the boil. Okay, so the sauce has been simmering for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to go in first with the mixed herbs. About a teaspoon of that. Some hot chilli powder, as much as this as you want, but about 1 teaspoon for me. And then just the fresh basil in as well. Don't forget to season it as well with some salt and pepper. So the pasta's been drained, rinsed slightly, and now has been divided into 8. We're now just going to add the sausages. So as you can see in there, we've got 24 sausages, all cut into pieces of 4. That works out now, it's going to be 12 pieces per box. Okay, and the last 2, and that's it. 12 sausage pieces per container with some broccoli and pasta. We're just going to add the sauce now, and that's the meal done. So I'm just going to spoon 1 ladle per container right over the top. And that's it, 8 meals for the week. We're just going to top them with a little bit of basil on each one. A bit of fresh basil that I've chopped. And there we go. 8 sausage, pasta and broccoli meals with a bit of sauce on top. And that's it, it really is that simple. 8 meals done in under an hour and you're set for the week. Now when you work out the cost of these, £1.50 each per meal. What an absolute bargain, it's a steal. Each one has 427 calories, 37 grams of protein, 8.5 grams of fat and 48 grams of carbs. And when it comes to heating them up, 2 minutes in the microwave, give it a stir, and then I'm personally going to sprinkle a little bit of cheese on top, put it back in the microwave for 2 more minutes, leave it to stand then for a minute and you've got a meal. That's it, 5 minutes for a meal that is delightful. It smells good, I can smell it from here. I'm getting those aromas right down my nose. I could eat them all now, I won't. Hope you've enjoyed the video, hope you follow along and give these meals a try. If you do, add a little comment below, that'd be perfect. And we'll see you next week for some more meal preps. Bye for now.